Can I help you? Oh, you're the new starter today. Oh, yes. Yes, Carol told me you were starting today, and that I'd have to train you. Okay, so, for starters, I don't know why you had your hair like that, and why you chose to dress like that to your first day of work here today. But that is not how most workers here dress. Yes, you're going to have to do better next time. I suppose Carol gave you your uniform. What? She didn't give you a uniform. Oh. Okay, there should be one in the back. Go and have a look. Go and get changed. I'm kind of getting a little bit sick of looking at you, and I know I'm going to have to look at you all day today. Yeah, go on. Go get changed. Thank you. Not going to look forward to training her today. Oh, that's quick. You're back. Oh, nice. Oh, no, not nice. I was hoping you were going to have to... I was hoping that you were going to take a bit longer getting changed, so that I wouldn't have to look at you for so long. Well, we might as well get started. My name's Alexis. I am the team leader at Bougie's Fashion House today, and you are my trainee. I am training you. Now just let me get this straight. You are my trainee. What I say goes. You do what I want, and don't argue. Okay? Well, we better get you logged onto the till. I love my job. We better get you logged on. So, did she give you an ID number and a PIN number? Oh, typical. Carol always makes me do these things. So, choose yourself a ID number. Choose yourself a username. Well, that username is not going to look good for the store. And choose yourself a PIN number. Should have known. You're bad at choosing PIN numbers too. Well, okay, you're logged onto the till. I'm just going to supervise your first few transactions, which are probably going to go wrong, and just to make sure they don't go wrong, if they go wrong, you realise I could get into trouble for it, don't you? I could get fired. People will probably be a bit softer on you because you're new, but because I'm training you, I'm the one that will get into trouble. You don't want that to happen, do you? You don't want that on your conscience, do you? Ah, yes. Actually, if the main boss is in, if Terry's in, he might get really angry with you. He's the guy who interviewed you originally, isn't he? He's quite scary, isn't he? Well, he can be really scary when you get something wrong. I've not experienced it too much because I'm a model worker and I never get anything wrong. But since you seem quite incompetent and quite sloppy, you're probably going to get something wrong soon. So yes, I will be training you today. Tomorrow, Carol will be training you. Don't let her be too soft on you. She's kind of a wimp. She's kind of a dumb bitch, so yeah. But then, on Saturday, you'll be working with Terry, and you better be prepared for them. Because you mess up even slightly, and he will come for you. Okay, so yes, I've got you logged onto the till. I'm going to just stand here and supervise you for your next few transactions, and then after your first two, I'm going to go away and get on with my own duties, which I should be doing anyway, because in my opinion you shouldn't really be here. And I will let you get on your own, and if you get something wrong, I will have to tell Terry. Okay, so here comes a customer. She's wanting to buy that pair of shorts. Yes. You get on with it. I'm only here if you need help. You want to know where to scan. Isn't it obvious? The barcode is on the label. Oh, isn't it so obvious? You're not too bright, are you? No, you don't seem too bright. It's okay, she's new, and she's not too bright, as you can see. Yes. Okay, so scan that. Make sure you got the right change, because if you don't, Terry will be very mad. There you go. Well, that was your first transaction, and I have to tell you it went badly. You got something wrong. You had to ask for help immediately, and you got things wrong. Yes. I don't imagine you're going to last a week here. You'll probably get fired or be so traumatised by everything that you quit. But yeah, we're going to deliberately try and traumatise you, because that'll toughen you up and that'll make you work harder. Yes. Here's another one. Now this is the last transaction I'm going to supervise. There you go. What are you looking at me for? The customer's just making a joke, because I mean, like, your hair does look really bad, so they are being kind of honest. You really need to sort out your hair before your next shift, especially your shift on Saturday, because Terry will not stand for that kind of hair. Yeah. You're saying you don't like being teased? Well, honey, you've got to toughen up. You can't just go through life being such a special snowflake. Honestly, people are so offended these days. Everybody's got to learn to toughen up and learn to take bullying and abuse. Bullying and abuse is never going to go anywhere. It's always going to stay. You've just got to learn to suck it up, really. Yes. Well, I have supervised your first two transactions. Carol is probably going to supervise more of them, because she's way too nice and way too soft on people. Well, I'm just going to get on with folding up these lovely clothes. And now, because I work so hard, much harder than some people, I am going to just stand around and do nothing, and go on my phone, while this little flea, who I'm supposed to be training, struggles at the till, because it'll just toughen them up. And anyway, up and up, but then I will yell at them every time they show any signs of slacking, because I'm the trainer and she's the little trainee, and I'm also Terry's favourite, and he probably also fancies me and would leave his wife for me, so I get away with everything here. Why are you just standing around? Did you not see me a moment ago? I was folding up clothes. When you have no customers, you've still got to get on with stuff. You don't just stand around doing nothing like some big lazy lump. You've got to learn to get on with stuff. What do you mean I'm just standing around on my phone? I'm doing business. I'm communicating with people that are related to the store. I'm still working. And anyway, who's the trainee and who's the trainer? I'm the trainee and you're the trainer, and I am the most senior person in this store, second only to Terry, the boss, and I'm his favourite, and I only really got the job through flirting with him so much. So I say what goes, and you do what I want, or I'll tell Terry. I will tell Terry every bad thing you've done today and super exaggerate, and I'll get you fired. And if you can't handle how I am, then you shouldn't have this job. Got it? Now go around and make sure everything is nice and neat. What do you mean, where does that go? Isn't that obvious? That goes there. Isn't it obvious? Like, you are so dense. Like, what kind of grades did you get in school? I bet you did really badly in school. What? You were a straight A student. Now how am I expected to believe you there? Well, it's quite clear you don't have much common sense. And you're kind of a wimp, like, you can't seem to really be able to take criticism. I mean, like, I seem to have made you cry twice today. Like, you've really got to learn to hold those emotions in. And like I said, you've got to toughen up and learn to take abuse. Like, the reason why this world is so weak at the moment is because of weak, pathetic, stupid people like you. Yes. And you really shouldn't be doing this job. Like, you shouldn't really be doing any job. Like, to be honest, you shouldn't have really been born. Like, you're a defective human being. Like, yeah, you really should not have been born. Yes. I honestly hope he fires you. Now, get back to what you're doing and stop bothering me. Like, I'm your trainer, not your nursemaid. And I will get back to communicating with the people in the company, the really important work that I'm doing on my phone here, and you do all the boring menial stuff because that's all you're really good for, and you're not even very good at that. Just carry on with that and stop bugging me, and I won't tell Terry a super exaggerated version of what went on today. I'll just tell him the real version, which is still pretty bad, and it'll still probably get you fired. I'll bet. Honestly, she's not gonna last a week. Terry is going to eat her alive on Saturday. there's a customer at the till. You do it. Yes, I know I'm standing right at the till, but I'm doing important stuff, as I said, on my phone. Go on, I know you're doing stuff around the shop, but you do this, and I am not helping you. What? You need my help again. I told you I'm not going to help you this time. Okay, what do you need help with? You pressed the wrong button on the... Oh, let me do it. Oh, you've got to learn to watch what you're scanning. Got to learn to watch what you're scanning. This is atrocious. I'm so sorry. So sorry, madam. Yeah, no, the manager's not in to complain, but honestly, I'll be complaining about this inadequate trainee I've got. There you go. Bye, madam. Why are you crying? Oh, because I said those mean things to you. Grow up. You have got to grow up, honestly. Like, if you're going to work at all, if you're going to live at all, you've got to grow up. Oh, you're such a snowflake. You are so pathetic. I don't know why he hired you. Who interviewed you? Oh, why doesn't that surprise me? It was Carol. Oh, she is such a soft touch. She's almost as bad as you, only she's prettier, and despite her shortcomings, she can do her job well enough. Although, Terry really should fire her too. If I had my way, Terry would fire her too. Wait, what do you mean you quit? Oh, what do you mean you quit? I'm toxic? I'm a bully? I'm nasty? Oh, but you need money, and you can't just leave me in. Yes, fine, quit. Fine. Bye-bye. What did I do wrong there? I didn't do anything wrong. But, wow. I'm going to tell all my friends who work in the fashion and all the clothes shops around here and tell them not to fire her. She's going to be blacklisted.